Warning, warning, a production incident has occurred. Warning, warning, a production incident has occurred.
Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So it is smoked gator Eve, and you can see Al is here in his naked glory. Now we want Al to taste good, so we're going to make a brine up. Let's get that done. In this pot here, I have 2 gallons of water. To that, we're going to add the seasoning we're going to use tomorrow. We have some family in Louisiana, so they brought some Uncle Leon's Cajun seasoning. That's what we're going to use. If you can't find Uncle Leon's, and I don't know where you can find it, but you can use any kind of Cajun seasoning you want to use. Cattleman's Grill makes a good one. Cajun Fusion. Spiceology has a good one. Or you can go with the tried and true Tony Chachere's. But we're going to get a half a cup of the seasoning in. And then if you've watched this, you know we love Sweetwater Spice Company's brines. I'm going to use some ancho chipotle in this. Whole bottle's going in. All right, now we simply just mix all that together till we're happy that we have everything dissolved and all mixed together, all homogeneous. All right, happy with that. Now Al goes back in the cooler. And the brine goes on them. I hope to God the plug is shut.
I was just going to ask.
All right, now we're going to take a bag of ice, 1 to keep Al comfortable, and 2 to keep him under the brine, submerged.
Fascinating.
All right, we're going to let that go overnight. Then tomorrow morning, we're going to do a little bit of trimming on Al. We're going to make our incredible stuffing, and then we'll get him ready and get him on the smoker. So we'll see you tomorrow on Gator Day.
Oh no! We suck again!
The day has arrived. It is Gator Day. So first thing we're going to do is get together the stuffing for the tail. So what I have here is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese at room temperature. This room.
No kidding.
To that we're going to add a couple tablespoons of the same seasoning we're using on the Gator, the Uncle Leon's. Once again, if you don't have an Uncle Leon or can't get Uncle Leon's seasoning, then use your favorite Cajun seasoning. Of course, to that is going to go a couple of tablespoons of minced garlic. This is the Galley of the Sun. And then I have taken a 4-ounce block of pepper jack cheese and cubed it up into little cubes. I did this because I didn't want to shred it and have it homogeneous throughout the mixture. I want you to be able to get a little bite of cheese when you take your bite of this stuffing. And then the last thing we're adding, we have some homemade, well, butcher-made boudin from our good friends at Traub's Butcher Shop. I'm also going to be grilling up some of these links for appetizers on our new Argentine grill. And also they have some andouille sausage. We'll also be doing some other appetizers. But for the stuffing, I'm going to take about a ½ pound, which is about 1½ links of this. I'm going to get the casing cut, and then we're going to put that into our stuffing. And I have to tell you, this boudin smells amazing. Now we just get this all mixed together. Yep, I'm going to do it the ugly way with my paws. So once we have this done, we'll get the Gator out and start that prep. We'll see you then. All right, I got Al out of the brine, and you can see that he's taken a bit of a tint from that incredible Sweetwater Spice ancho chipotle brine. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a day. Okay, so for the Gator, there is a series of bones that run through here on the bottom of the tail. That's why I have them upside down right now. Same on the other side. we got to do a little bit of trimming, not a whole lot. You can see it's already skinned, all the innards are out and everything. They've done a great job for us. Again, we got this from CajunGrocer.com, but there is some things we have to do. So let's get cutting just along either side of that bone, all the way down. Use the bone as your guide. Director, use the bone as your guide. Okay, and you can see when I do that, that exposes this fat right here, okay? Now, normally fat is flavor, but in this case, one, if I leave it in there, it's going to impart a fishy taste to the alligator, and we don't want that. Number two, it's just not going to render, okay? So even if it did taste good, it's not going to have a good texture. So I'm going to get all of that fat out of there. Right there. That we don't want. Some of it you can just pull out with your fingers. The rest of it you'll need the knife. Okay, I'm going to get that fat out of the back of the tail, and then we'll show you what it looks like at the end, and then we'll turn her over and do the other side. All right, you can see the amount of fat that we got out of it right there. So got the tail nice and pretty much fat-free. Now we're going to flip them over, and it's the same thing on the other side, just on a bigger scale. Find that bone right there. We'll start right behind the back legs and then use that bone as our guide. Now we want to go down a decent depth because this is also going to be our cavity for our stuffing. So the better we make this, the more stuffing we can get in there. You can see that fat is right along the bones up towards the top. So I'm going to get that taken out, and then we'll come back, get it stuffed, and get the final preps done before we get them on the smoker. We'll see you then. All right, the fat trimming's done. Now the exciting part. Let's get this puppy ready.
What?
It's not a puppy. It's a gator. Okay. Turn it over with one hand. One, so I can look awkward for you. Two, so I can keep the other hand clean.
Interesting technique.
For the seasoning. So, now we're going to hit it with a good amount of Uncle Leon's seasoning on the back. Make sure we get that down in the meat where we filleted to get that fat out. Along the sides. Good meat here in the jowls. Want to make sure we get that. All right, happy with that. Now, pro tip. When we're done cooking this, we don't know how tender it's going to be. Might it fall apart on us when we're trying to get it off the smoker? That would be a pain in the...
What?
Rear end.
Ass.
Oh yeah, that thing. So, got my biggest wire rack that will fit in my smoker. That's what we're going to set Al on as we turn him over. Get him curled up here as best we can. Sort of protecting that end of the tail that's not as thick as everything else. Now we're going to get that stuffing into them. We will abandon the clean hand, dirty hand method because it's just too damn hard, and get as much of this stuffing in there as we can. My God, that's smelling amazing. Makes you want to take a bite right now, don't it? No? Okay. So the director's right. You shouldn't take a bite of it yet. The temperature that we're going to be looking for is 165. And we're going to make sure that we get our probe into the meatiest part of the tail. Okay, the rest of it, I'm just going to pile on the top here, but it's going to be okay. You'll see why in a second. Now we're going to hit this side with the Uncle Leon's. All right, now we're going to thoroughly wrap Al with some bacon. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better.
A clever and diabolical scheme.
Yeah, you will not need toothpicks for this because it's going to sit just like this in the smoker for 5 to 6 hours until it gets up to 165. As it cooks, that bacon's going to shrink, and give Al the gentle hug that he desperately needs before we consume him. So Gator does have a pretty mild flavor, pretty much takes on what you're cooking with it as its flavor. So this bacon is going to make it outstanding. The other thing this bacon's going to do for us is keep that stuffing together. I can't even begin to imagine the aromas that are going to be coming out of my smoker in a few hours. All right, wash the hands, and then final step before we take them out to the smoker. For your time estimates, in case you were thinking about doing this yourself, it took me, this whole process, from the time I got them up on the counter out of the brine, took about 35, 40 minutes. All right, now we hit them with a little bit more of the Uncle Leon's. And we have one gator ready for the smoker. So, we'll see you out there. All right, my Yoder YS640S pellet grill is preheated 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's get that gator on. Again, that wire rack's gonna make life so much easier for us. And actually, I want to turn them around the other way because I know this side gets hotter than this side, and this side's thicker here. Whew. Hey, it's hot. Probably about 275 degrees. All right. That was not graceful, but Al is in. So we'll see ya when we have the Argentine Brisaro grill fired up to make some appetizers for the bunch that's coming over. We'll see you then. All right, the gator's getting close, but man cannot live on gator alone, so we're gonna get some appetizers going. I have the Argentine grill going here. We got our embers arranged to where my grate is sitting. I can hold my hand there for about 6 to 8 seconds without it getting burnt. Perfect temperature for us. Let's get on some of our appetizers. From our good friends at Traub's Butcher Shop, I have some of their boudin. And over on this side, some of their andouille sausage. We're gonna get those on the grill. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes and get some more of the appetizers started. See you then. All righty, the first of our appetizers are done, the boudin made by Traub's. So, the director says...
Oh, damn, that's good.
Let's see if she's right. Oh, damn, she is. Hey, Chad and the gang, great job on the boudin. Another few minutes, we'll have the andouille sausage ready. Do you want to say something else?
Perfect amount of heat.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes for the next one. All righty, sports fans, now the andouille sausage is done, so we'll find out how that is.
Mm. Very good.
All right, how's the spice level?
There's not much spice to it.
Okay, good. Hey, Traub's, you knocked it out of the park again. Fantastic.
Good job.
All right, thank you much. All righty, let's get the next appetizer going, the provoletta. I'm pretty convinced that every time I cook on this grill, I'm gonna make this because it's so damn good. So I got my heated cast iron skillet, and that goes a disc of provolone cheese that's been sitting out uncovered in my refrigerator for the last 3 days. On top of that, a little garlic powder, or in our case, vampire killer from Spiceology. And then some chimichurri mix. And we'll get that on the grill. Hey, they're hot. Use gloves. Alrighty, we'll see you when it's time to try that. No, I got another thing to do.
Does he know what he's doing?
Real quickly, same as I did last video, I took a bunch of red bell peppers. I've cut them in half, making little boats. I'm gonna stuff them full of provolone cheese and then hit them with a little bit of chimichurri and put those on the grill too. Did them last time, they're absolutely amazing. So now we'll see you next time when it's time to check out the gator. We'll see you then. All right, the house is full, the Gator's done. Let's get this thing shredded up. So, first of all, we're gonna go along the tail here, and I'm gonna cut so I can get that bacon out of the way. And I can get the director to tell us how we did on this incredible stuffing. There we go. All right. Judgment number 1.
Oh my God. That's good.
Okay, you can drop an F-bomb. I can edit it out. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. So my strategy here is I'm going to scoop out the stuffing and put it aside on the platter, and then we'll put the meat on the other side. So one of the videos I looked at for research on this, they served it with hoagie buns. They took some of this stuffing, spread it on the hoagie bun, put their meat on top of it, a little barbecue sauce, and that's how they ate it. I have that available here, but I'm not going to dictate how people eat this.
If you say so.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful and tender. All right. Director. And if she's chewing on that, she has been a superstar today, helped me out so much. So make sure you leave a comment how awesome the director is.
Yes, she is something special.
Very special.
Not needed.
No, did any of the Cajun seasoning stay with it? Has it got any bite at all? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
No bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's good flavor. Very flaky.
Oh, yeah. All right. So there you go. I got a lot of people to feed. So we're going to close this up. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Please hit that like button, leave us a comment, and hit that subscribe button to become a sunscriber. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Till we see you next time. Hey, this camera over here. Fair winds and following seas.